that's, history's available to you anytime anybody wants to see any of that, you know, and see the previous resolutions, we can give you a package, but anyways, we're going back into, management's going back into negotiations on that, and the biggest issue that we need approval of the board eventually is if we get a proposal to do it on that.
Yeah, because it's not as simple as it sounds.
No,
This idea, I think, is a very good one because it sure takes all the guesswork out of being able to forecast where we get the money, or how we can spend the money, I guess, or how we're going to run our district. So I think it's a work in progress, but I think it's a very good idea for that reason, because more than likely we're going to go through a lot more drought years than we are a lot of water years. But it's based on kind of an averaging of that, and Alan and Deb worked on that to kind of keep it as fair as possible. But the whole idea, to me, is really, really good for management and for our district, of course. So you guys keep up the good work and bring us your ideas and let us know how it proceeds.
Yeah, just, you know, just what Johnny said is correct. We're looking at, say, income neutral, but over a longer period of time. So it's not, you know, it would still self-correct as we go. So that neither, we're still agreeing to the same basic amount of money, it's just gonna be how it's spread out over time.
you get a chance, you said a workshop, I'd like to get better informed of.
Well, I said, the easiest thing for us to do, right, would be put a package together of all the documents.
Yeah,
Would you like that?
I like to, yeah.
We'll get those, if you can say late today.
Thank you.
All right. You know, there's good and bad on those things too. It's human nature. When it was very low.
Very convenient.
When it was very low and it was helping us, the city was dragging their feet. When we get a lot of water, you know, we might be hesitant a little bit because that $4 million check that was in. So they have to work all that out.
We're good negotiators, and we want to, and so is the city, that we, again, revenue neutral is a key thing, to do that. But, you're right, now that we're in wet years, those years will be added into that averaging.
Good.
It's only fair.
Right.
And the numbers speak for themselves.
Right.
Yeah, it just helps.
Yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've gotta go, guys. I'm not gonna be able to stay on. Y'all have a forum. So I don't think there's anything else on the agenda that I need to.
We need some applications done real quick, and Mike's gotta go too here at noon, he said.
Noon,
So I got 30 minutes. Good. Take off, Johnny. It's okay.
Okay.
All
See
right.
you guys.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Johnny. You hear that? Who is it? Claudia gonna talk? All right.
Did I say something from Claudia?
Sure.
Sharon's, I think you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm taking
All right.
care of the license.
Sure.
Yes.
Sharon's not here, Sharon's gone.
Yeah, okay, some time off.
Number 12 is subdivision plats first.
So we've got an application 3418 for Upper Valley Ranch Unit 2. This is a 25-acre subdivision, and it's at Borderland and West Side Drive. It's adjacent to the Baker lateral. But yeah, everything's been submitted. It's got easements and all the numbers added up in engineering, and recommending this for approval.
Move to approve as the recommendation.
All right, Mike, made the motion. Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next.
Okay, we've got 13.
You take those first six.
E, 8 and F, yes, we've got 6 applications on behalf of Spectrum Gulf Coast along various drains, laterals, and canals. We reviewed these, and they have abided by the regulations, the specifications of the district, and licensing recommends all 6 applications for approval.
Okay, one question, they're all areas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're all aerial, they're all in relatively in the same area, part of town?
No, they're different locations. Some are on Riverside Road, down there by the Sanelli Main, and Riverside River Drain, and we've got some in Fabens, and those are the 2
But
locations.
are they typical?
Yes, yeah,
Typical?
they're stringing on Paso electric poles, so
Oh, they follow
there's
somebody else's?
there's no disturbance to the district's surface.
And are we following the same cost per square foot or whatever it
Yes.
is?
Yes.
And at what point do we change? Because none of them are typical, one of the
Board
just
sets the rate, whenever y'all wanna discuss it, the board set the rate, so we had that, discussion a few years ago, but.
Right,
okay.
but I always go back to what Jim Spear says, well, there is no rate, there is no, everything's
They're
standard.
all
Everything's on a
individual,
case by case.
and the discussion happens here with the board, so
Okay.
we discuss those.
Move to approve. You wanna approve all A
Right,
through
Mike?
F?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm okay with it.
To 8. Okay, Mike,
So,
approved, Larry, second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. No. All right, Jay, you got 8 applications, Lower Valley Water District.
We've got 8 applications from Lower Valley Water District, and this is directly related to the photos that Pete was showing for the drain here at Fenter. The town of Clint is upgrading water and sewer lines along Fenter Road here and FM 1110, right in the town of Clint. So they have numerous, we have the message drain, the Salida lateral, and they're crossing both of these facilities with water lines and sewer lines. And they've submitted all the drawings and surveys, and licensing recommends these applications for approval.
Okay, do you hear a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Larry made the motion, Mike second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, go ahead.
We've got one application, 3412 El Paso Water. It's for a 6-inch potable water line, and this is a little different than any other application. This does not cross any district-owned canal, lateral, or drain. It is on district property where we have the Rios Yard off of Pan American and Wind Road. So our property is adjacent to Wind Road, and it's at the northern tip of our property. It barely crosses the district's property, but it's off of Wind Road, and it'll be a standard potable water line, 6 foot deep. So it's a little different. We've got no facilities, checked with maintenance and operation, and they were okay with it, and with Dr. Blair. Licensing recommends this for approval.
Move to approve as recommended.
Okay, Mike made the motion,
Second.
Larry second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, application 3430.
3430 is for a temporary use of the,
Temporary construction.
temporary use construction by Speeds Construction, which is the contractor retained by Lower Valley Water to construct these water lines and sewer lines here in the town of Clint at Fenter Road and FM 1110. So they're gonna use a portion of the Mesa Drain Bank to store some material.
Okay, here,
Move to approve.
Mike made the motion, Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the net, thank you.
Contera.
Contera has got 3 applications again for fiber delivering to schools, and these are all aerial as well, and we have reviewed all 3 applications, and all of them look to specific, they've all fulfilled specifications as required by licensing, and licensing recommends these 3 applications for approval.
All right,
Make a motion to.
Larry made the motion, Mike seconded the motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, and looks like letters of approval and or amendments of existing licenses.
So 16A and B, these currently have licenses that have been executed by the district and the parties. 16A is an application to upgrade an existing stormwater pipe. It's a 12-inch pipe that discharges to the Montoya Drain. They're upgrading to a 24-inch to discharge. This is at the El Paso Country Club.
Okay.
And we reviewed the plans and coordinated with the city, and so engineering, licensing recommends this for approval. It'll be an approval letter referencing license 3172, which the city has, El Paso Water with the district to discharge stormwater into the district's drains and convey downstream to their facilities.
Move to approve.
Mike made the motion. Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 And application 1990, well, it's licensed 1990, which is the license that the district executed with the city of Socorro for all the city streets that cross the district's facilities, drains, and canals. The developer is constructing a new subdivision, and it is right off the Isla Lateral between Alameda and North Loop. It's a new subdivision, it's in front of St. Peter and Paul, if you will. So there was an existing street on an adjacent subdivision, that dead end at the lateral. So now it'll be a through street across the lateral, and they submitted the plans and drawings. So they will be constructing this, they're the non-irrigations this year, starting November 1. And they've submitted the drawings, and everything is per specification. And licensing recommends this application, which will be an approval letter under license 1990 for.
Is this part of the expansion of the East Lake to?
This is, yes.
Is it related?
Well,
Is it related or?
East Lake, so this subdivision is between North Loop and Alameda, and then we have the Isla Lateral. So the expansion is gonna go East Lake to Alameda. This will be on both sides of that extension.
And that's been properly coordinated with whatever
Yes.
going on in the master plan.
Yes.
Move to
Per
approve.
master.
Move to approve.
All right, and Larry second. Mike made the motion, Larry second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Now, we got some grant agreements. Grant agreements under 19.
So
What do you-
grant, this,
Where does the tire end, Mr.
we've got 19A and 19B. 19A, I had asked Pete and Robert to stay for this particular item. So this is a grant from United States Bureau of Reclamation that the district applied for last year. And it is a 50-50 match, $4 million total. $31,000 is the district's responsibility, and $2 million would be the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation match. It's on the Riverside Canal. It's 11,000 linear feet of reinforced concrete lining. So currently, phase 3 ended at Walcott, and that puts the Riverside Canal fully lined from the heading to Walcott, which is about 15,000 upstream, 15,000 linear feet upstream from Wasteway 2. So this won't quite get us to Wasteway 2, but it'll leave us short a few thousand feet. This, we have scheduled, Dr. Blair and I managed to speak to USBR and ask for an extension or to push it out further due to the prior commitments we have to fulfill from other grants that are still pending. So this one, we were able to get a commencement on September of 20, it's awarded, it was awarded last, or I guess the district, the Bureau gave us a contract last month, but as far as construction, we would have from October 2023 to October of 2028. So
5 years.
So 5 years, but obviously with the prior commitments, we're booked through next year, and so this would be more starting non-irrigation season in 2025.
24, 25, 2 years. Well,
Yes, so that'll be a
but you said
3-year.
they agreed to it.
Yes, they were good with it. They weren't at first, but they came back and
They didn't like it, but
they saw our situation and said, yes, it seems like a reasonable.
But they extended the completion date. That's what happened.
220, yes, because they saw our prior commitments that we still need to fulfill, so they were good. So 2025, non-irrigation, October 2025, November through 2028, so it'll be 3 years. We discussed it with Pete and Robert, and then obviously, and Dr. Bear as far as the schedule, to make sure that, we could do it. So
Can we
that's.
do it?
Well, we've got a year cushion in there. There's some discussion about 25 is already booked, but, so.
Price-wise,
28.
No,
Commitments,
it's
but,
But we adjust our schedules every year, like.
Yeah,
everything
sure.
else.
It's 2 million, from the district's,
It's a good chunk of money that we.
Well, I'm just thinking about if you extend it, the future cost of money, or would
Yeah,
it be, is there?
and
These things are crazy
Is
right
it
now.
feasible, or-
Therein lies the problem. I mean, obviously with inflation and CPI, I mean, today's dollars.
Inflation's gonna be
and then-
crazy. They
So-
don't have it pegged to a CPI, do they?
They won't.
Okay,
They won't,
well,
they
They won't allow us
It's
to put
gonna be a lot
contingencies,
more.
they won't allow us to put contingencies
So
in.
it's gonna be a little
Okay.
more.
Yeah, and we cover, the contract says we have to cover 100% of any overages.
Pricing 2 years from now are not gonna deal with it today, so.
Mary, hang on. Okay.
I don't know, we could ask for an extension, I guess, when we get there, I mean, if we need more time and, stretch out the budget, but, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. At least it's,
Well, as
At
long
least
as we
it's
know all the parameters, I move to approve if it's okay with you. Or
sure.
we need to
No, I
make
think,
a motion.
I think, well, this granting we've already received, right?
You have an opportunity right now today to reject this grant.
Oh, but we also have the opportunity to accept that grant,
Yes.
and y'all are,
If you accept it, we're committed to.
management thinks that it's a good deal to accept. I do too, I think, even though that 2 million will shrink.
Yeah, and then we'll take, just like we're working with the Water Development Board right now on the Franklin Canal project to match the budget to the project because of
Okay.
inflation and their inability to consider that in their contracts. We're requesting less linear fee.
So that-
If this happens,
it might
we'll make
shrink.
that
The
request, I
linear
can
fee
guarantee
might
they'll
come
approve
down.
it.
But at least we'll
At
get
least
some.
we're trying
Yeah.
to, yes.
Okay,
And on my motion, I just wanna get some feedback from Pete and Robert. You guys are all on board with this as well?
Yes, I think it's a smart move. I mean, this is part of the river site that we were speaking about a little while ago.
all right.
So they don't have to clean it anymore.
Right.
Mike made the motion that we proceed.
Second. And we're being proactive here, guys.
Thank you.
Planning this this is my 15th year trying to get this
Thanks,
done.
Alan.
Right, so all those in favor?
I've only been working on it for 15 years. so.
Signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, B, one more application, and then Maria's got about 30 seconds, I think, when we get through, Maria, to bring us up to date on the Supreme Court.
No, 45 seconds.
45 seconds, okay.
Yeah, that's all I need.
All right, tire amnesty,
Okay, so Lisa found this, an application for some assistance to have a tire amnesty for surrounding areas here at the district and the county. Thank you, Rios. And we wanted, so we're asking, we applied, right?
Yes, we applied.
We applied, but
Yes.
it hasn't been awarded.
They-
We just applied.
The awards won't come out until November
Who's
sometime.
we?
so,
Did you
The
apply?
district.
Yeah, we
The
apply,
district.
it's something
Who's the
through
architect
Rio
of
Grande
that?
Council of Government, through funding through TCQ that they have every year.
So
You
It's
know,
a 100%
it's,
grant, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it's 100%.
You did some of the work?
she did all the work.
Get credit where it's due.
so you don't need action by the board this
Just-
morning?
We do have a resolution.
How much,
Or what do you need?
how much money is it?
They have a little over 90,000 that they just,
No,
that
how
they,
much money did you apply for?
for 14,000.
14,000, 100% grant. You guys have a problem with that?
No.
100% grant.
So we won't come back to you
No match.
for, yeah.
No match.
there's
So
no
you will
match.
come back, you
We'll
want
come
us-
back to you when we have to sign the contract.
Yes.
So you can present it.
And they might not give us all the 14, but that's what we've asked for.
You want some sort of resolution right now?
Yes.
Don't need it?
No?
We-
Okay.
Do
we
they
do
need
have a
it?
resolution.
No, you do need a resolution.
Oh, you do need a
There's
resolution?
Yeah,
one
we
in the-
have.
In the packet?
So we will use our manpower, we
There
will
is.
use our manpower to handle the actual amnesty.
There, he says there is one in the
Okay.
packet. What item, what page is it?
It's, I got it.
It's their resolution, that's the one
Because
that's,
they really went through their packets completely, like Johnny said, right? So we don't-
Oh, you mean it's already in our
It's in
page?
our packet.
Under 19?
Page 832.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
Last page of 19.
Whereas the El Paso County government body funds the best citizens, whereas, now resolved that EPCWID1 approve submission of the application for the tire amnesty to the Rio Grande Council of Government. Who's willing to make that motion?
Move to approve.
All right, Mike made the motion, Larry seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay.
So when you get it, emulate this and always get the grants so there's no cost to the district.
There you go. We like that.
That'd be nice.
All right, at the moment then, we are gonna go into
Thank you.
close.
Yeah,
Yes,
I would leave it to discretion of the board, but I think in terms of.
What you're gonna do.
update, I think I can just say it in an open session, it's really kind of just where we are, it's the status, but leave it
it's
to the
just a
board.
status on, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and if anybody has any questions that are, otherwise, we can quickly hop into close, but I think all of you are aware, we're currently briefing ongoing at the court with regard to the various positions on the special master's recommendation that the court approve this, what we call the states-only proposed consent decree, which carved the United States and the districts out of the picture. So for all the reasons we've discussed over many months, the United States and the districts oppose that recommendation and the consent decree. The United States filed their brief saying so last Friday. Now we have the opportunity and are in the throes of finalizing our brief in support of that U.S. brief, that U.S. position. EPCWID is also doing the same. Those two briefs will be filed on Friday, and the states will have an opportunity to respond. The United States will have an opportunity to reply, they actually call it rebuttal, and then we anticipate it will be set for argument in February. So that's where we are, and you'll all get a copy of the brief we filed. I think we sent along what the U.S. filed. Nothing new. It's what we have discussed several times over the last few months, but certainly stand for any questions.
Okay. You guys got anything? Anybody? Good. Wow, well, I'll tell you what, Maria, that was maybe a minute, 30 seconds, but that's pretty darn good.
Good job.
And thank you. All right, with that, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. So, there we go.
Second.
I'm afraid nobody wanted to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Meeting adjourned.
Thanks.